Alright everybody, let's look into how we go ahead and set everything up. Now, we're going to have two different links down and below this video. One link is going to be to the solution, which is this one, and the other link is going to be to the exercise. Now the solution is the solved one, right? So that one, that's the one that works and it shows the list so you can rank by name and ID and rank and so forth. The exercise has a lot of functions that we need to still implement, has a lot of changes that we need to still implement. So what I want you to do is click on the exercise link, and then within the exercise link on repo.it, here's what I'm going to do with you. I'm going to open this up in the incognito tab, like so. Just like this. Right? So it looks a little bit different because I'm not logged in here. And what you want to do is you want to do fork. And then once you forked it, you want to go ahead and click download as zip. And then you should be able to have it as a folder. Alright, so once you have downloaded that folder, all you would do is you would do file, open, and then you would open that folder up. Okay, so I have already opened it and I have it. And you have three files here. You have index.html, you have script.js, and you have style.css. We're going to be focusing again mostly on the script.js part, but you can look into the index.html part in terms of what we have on here. If you look at it just for a second, right, we have it's very simple. We have a script tag, which loads the script.js file, and then we have a div ID movies list. Now, this div ID movies list is what allows us to display this table right here, right? So if we look into script.js, you can see that we're doing something which not really needed to focus on. We're not going to put too much focus on, but I just want to show it to you. Is we have document.getElementByID by ID movies list in HTML, and then we're showing the table, which the table in this case is simply the list of movies. Again, and then the reason why I did that is mainly so that you guys can have a visual in terms of what we're doing, because I think that visuals are very important. Don't focus too much on that, but just focus on making this making this logic work that we're going to do right now. So let's get into it. Now, as you can see, I'm going to hide this for now. Oh, there we go. Isn't this nice? Look at how big this text is. So as you can see, what we've got three to-dos here. The one to-do is to change sort movies function to sort movies list by rank. The second to-do is sort movies by ID, rank, and title through a dynamic function. Now, when I say dynamic function, I'm talking about a function that can do multiple things. That's what we would like to call dynamics, a function that's flexible, right? And so that's why we call it dynamic. And the third to do is going to be create a helper function called find max, or in our case is going to be find max object. I should make that more clear. So if I do find max object, I'm gonna paste it in here. There you go. Find max object for finding a max movie. And that's going to be, again, you guys went through the helper functions, and we're just simply going to now apply that helper function to the movies list, okay? Let's look into the movies. So I got these movies. I literally just got them off the internet. Just the top 10 movies, I guess you can say. And interestingly enough, I mean, there's some good movies out here. There's The Godfather, The Lord of the Rings, Shawshank Redemption, which is, I've never heard of that before. Well, I haven't seen that before. Fight Club, I know that's a really good one. Pulp Fiction is an amazing one. I've seen that one. But we're not here to talk about movies. We're here to learn how to use those movies and to do something with them, right? So that's what we're doing here. We've got these movies, and what you can do is simply just go ahead and you can minimize them so that you're not focusing too much about it. And what we got this window.alone function, which displays them. Now, right now, the movies that displays is those movies that we have on here, right? You can see that these movies, we don't have any sort or anything like that. What we want to do is we want to be able to sort them. So let's look at our first to do. Our first to do is to change sort movies by rank function to sort movies list by rank. Makes sense, I think, right? We're going to sort the movies by rank. And you can see right here that the rank, you simply have it like so. So rank number 10, rank number 1. So we're going from just a list of numbers to actually now sorting a list of objects, which is now getting getting a little bit more interesting. In the sort movies by rank function, I have two hints for you. Make sure you are comparing the right value, that's number 1, and then replace numbers with movies. So I took this function, from the last exercise that you guys did, right? You guys did this exercise where you are sorting by rank. You are sorting by simply you're sorting simply the number. Now I want you to look into it, and I want you to try it out. I want you to try out and convert this function to sort movies by rank. And the way we're going to test it is we're going to call this sort movies function. So we're going to say let sorted movies equals sorted movies by rank, and then we're going to pass in the movies, right? Just like that. And then we're going to get that in here. So if you made that change, now go ahead and really look into what we can do. And I'm gonna kind of guide you through it before I want you to go do it by yourself. You can see right here that really what's going on is we are setting a max num, we're setting max location, and now we're here where we're actually switching things or we're sorting things. We are making a comparison. Now this is where you have to be careful, because here we're simply comparing, a number. So numbers I has a number within it. But in our case, instead of numbers, for one, because we have movies. But even for movies, you can see that we don't have a number, because otherwise it'd just be 0, 1, 2, and so forth. What we have is a dictionary object. That's what we like to call it. And this dictionary object has certain attributes. It has title, it has rank, and it has ID. And so that's where you have to go ahead and make that change, specifically even in here, to make sure that we're properly comparing the right values. So go ahead and try it by yourself, and then come back, and we're going to continue it. I'm going to continue it with you guys.